Welcome to the main event in this Unsung Heroes of the 1990s tournament. This was a fun one, in my opinion. I enjoyed matching these guys up. Shawn Ray, Chris Cormier, Nasser El Sonbaty. Of course, we will be using the 94 Shawn Ray, the 1999 Chris Cormier, and the 96 Nasser El Sonbaty, respectively. But as you can see from this front relaxed position, we are using a 97 Nasser El Sonbaty. We could not find front relaxed for 96. A little bit vexing, but 97, a very similar version, so I don't mind using this one here. And I made him a little bit shorter. He is taller than Chris Cormier, but the angle of the 97 shots, and that's another reason why I didn't use 97 for Nasser. The angle of the shots. And I did make him a little bit shorter than Chris Cormier, but he is an inch taller. He is an inch taller. But anyway, I am actually leaning toward Chris Cormier in the front relaxed position. And now, they're all different. I'm sure there's people voting for Nasser. He's bigger. He's grainier looking. And then there's people voting for Shawn Ray. He's the clear winner. He's the most aesthetic. Look at the separation in the abs, the legs. But to me, Chris Cormier has the combination of everything. He has the aesthetics. He has the muscle separation, conditioning, and the size. It's awful close between the other two gentlemen. We'll have to look at the backs, and we'll make a decision based on that. And it appears Nasser, it is an unclear picture, but I know what his back looks like. And I think Chris Cormier, well, Chris needs glutes. Let's face it. But Nasser's glutes, I know what they are. They're not striated. There's a couple of folds in them. They're not striations. He's pretty much on par with Chris Cormier as far as that's concerned. But Chris's back, muscle separation, much better. Shawn Ray looks fantastic here. I don't know, guys. I think, once again, Chris Cormier may take a symmetry round. Wasn't really losing in either one, and I gave him a full point in the front relaxed. So, yeah, I'll give Chris a point. It's funny, he usually does win the symmetry rounds. In the front double bicep pose, this was a very difficult one to judge. I mean, Chris Cormier, it's a bad picture of him. But he's so similar, I think, aesthetically, to Shawn Ray that I have to give it to him. He's so much bigger. Nasser, I went with this picture last time, and it's hard to gauge just how impressive he is in this one. I'm using all discretion in this one, my memory, things of that nature. Of course, there is this picture of Nasser, and this one really shows how good he was in this pose. I'm going to give Nasser the 2 points. Chris Cormier, this may be a little bit controversial. I'm going to go ahead and give him the victory over Shawn Ray, so he gets the 1-pointer. Now we go to the front lat spread. And it looks like Chris Cormier, he is on fire. Look at this front lat spread of his. This is fantastic. Cormier, he has the symmetry round. He got 1 point in the front double bicep. Looks like he could win this one. He is actually maybe losing in the ab department. As far as the muscle separation is concerned, he does have a very trim waistline. But I am giving him this one. He has the legs. He has, of course, the lats, the biggest set of lats. Shawn Ray looks good, mind you, but one of his pecs, a little bit different, and it always happened when he snapped this shot. And you know me and my symmetry. Now, of course, Nasser El Sonbaty, I copy-pasted one of his other arms and put it over on the other side, but I'm sure it was the exact same. He's a little bit more symmetrical than Shawn Ray. His lats, no more impressive than Ray's, but I think the symmetry earns Nasser a 1-pointer. So, onto the side chest. What is this? This is not Chris Cormier. That's Sean Roden. His head appears to be all swolled up. Anyway, I think that's just hilarious. This is Chris Cormier, of course. I'd give Chris the advantage over Shawn Ray, for sure, no doubt. I never liked Shawn Ray in this pose. His pec just disappears. Now, the battle between Nasser and Chris Cormier, that's a battle. A heck of a battle. I am actually going to lean toward Nasser. I just like his pecs a little bit better. Chris has a little bit of a split in his, and I know he doesn't have gyno, but it seems like he does have something that resembles gyno, at least in this pose. He doesn't have gyno, I'm not saying he does. I don't know, I just like the hard, grainy nature of Nasser's pec. But I'm telling you, these are all hard decisions, but I have to make a decision. I can't just sit here all day. Now, the side tricep, this was an easy decision to make. Anybody watching this at home or wherever you live in a bus, you can see Nasser El Sonbaty is just flatlining both of the other guys. Chris Cormier, never the best pose for him, passable. Shawn Ray, a terrible shot. A terrible shot for Shawn Ray. The man without any weak poses, there you go. He does have a weak pose. In particular in 1994. Other years, it was a lot better, but this 94 side tricep, Shawn Ray gets no points. Chris Cormier by default picks up one. Nasser on fire. Now, the back developments, and this one could get me into trouble. Chris Cormier, let's face it. How important are striated glutes? They're quite important. It shows conditioning. Chris Cormier, I think genetically speaking, maybe he can't get striated glutes. They look hard enough. But anyway. How important are they? Well, let's just say the man is beating Shawn Ray in every other muscle besides the glutes. Who would win? Well, this is the case. Chris Cormier winning in the hamstrings, destroying him. He's winning in the calves, flattening him. He's winning in the back, separation, the muscle separation, just dominant. So I am going to give an edge to Cormier over Shawn Ray. Now, Nasser El Sonbaty, his glutes, like I mentioned earlier, they look like they have striations. That's an old fold. And very weak as far as the muscle separation is concerned. I'm actually going to give Shawn Ray the edge over him in this one. So, double points for Chris Cormier. Back double by. Never translated quite so well for Chris Cormier. I don't know. It just looks funny. I think it is enough to maybe beat Nasser El Sonbaty, though. It is close between them two. Shawn Ray, very good in this pose. Translated very well. He's actually beating Cormier in the muscle separation this time. And of course, he was always winning in the glute department. So Shawn Ray takes a double pointer in this one. Staying in the game, of course. Nasser El Sonbaty maybe falling a little bit behind here. This surprises me. Ab and thigh shot. This is a showdown once again. Nasser El Sonbaty, he is surprising me. He led the charge in all of the other matches. But I don't know. It appears he is falling behind. Chris Cormier, Shawn Ray, the business at hand. I am leaning towards Chris Cormier, and I know this may get me into trouble. Shawn Ray, little bit better in the abs, a little bit. Now, when you look at the legs, it's obvious. Chris Cormier should win this one. This guy is so underrated. Nobody really talks about this guy in the same breath as a Shawn Ray or a Dorian Yates or a Nasser El Sonbaty or even a Kevin Levrone. But I'm telling you right now, 99, Chris Cormier, he kept his nose clean. He was training hard. When he had his eye on the prize, he was the man. I'm telling you, beating Shawn Ray in the ab and thigh, Shawn Ray takes an easy one-pointer here. So, we have reached the final pose, the final countdown. Na-na-na-na-na. Again, I may get in trouble with this one. Shawn Ray, excellent in this shot. Chris Cormier, excellent also, a little bit bigger. So he wins for sure. Now, Nasser El Sonbaty. What a tough decision to make. One of the best, of course, in this shot, Nasser. But Chris Cormier really nailed everything this year in 99. Look at the feathering in them legs. How can I not give him this? But Nasser, look at the chest. Look at the pecs, the striations. And, yeah, I'm going to lean slightly towards Nasser. Chris Cormier, much to my chagrin, because this is a close one, guys. He takes a 1-pointer. Okay, this is close. Let's add this up. Shawn Ray, of course, takes 3rd place in this one. Now, consistency was Shawn Ray's game, and 9 times out of 10, he probably would defeat Chris Cormier or even Nasser El Sonbaty, but not with the versions that I used. 96 Nasser didn't mess around, 99 Chris Cormier didn't mess around. So Shawn Ray, poor guy, just a little bit small. But anyway, he did make it to the finals, so kudos to him. Now, who takes 2nd place? Nasser El Sonbaty? Are you kidding me? I cannot believe this. I thought Nasser had this one in the bag. And when I began these brackets, I didn't even foresee Cormier advancing on to the 2nd round. But this is your winner. The 1999 version of Chris Cormier. With a tear in my eye, I am announcing him as the winner because he is the true unsung hero. They talk about the Nassers. They talk about the Shawn Rays, Kevin Lavronis, and the Flex Wheelers. Chris Cormier. We have to do a 99 Chris Cormier versus Flex Wheeler for sure. Flex Wheeler nowhere near as good as Cormier that year. But anyway, that is a matchup left for another day. Let's not ruin the celebration. Chris Cormier, 1999, perhaps the greatest bodybuilding version of any bodybuilder not to have won the Olympia title. So, this is going to be a continuation, guys. There's many other versions of bodybuilders that never won the title, and we're going to have to put them in a lineup to see who is the best. Which version is the best. Hope you enjoyed this series and this tournament final. Hit thumbs up if you did. Look forward to many, many more like this. Subscribe if you haven't already. Have a great day, guys.